This is Tom from the 125 Live TechMates team in Rochester, Minnesota. Okay, let's take a look at how to rearrange apps on an iPhone. First thing you need to do is get into home screen edit mode by long pressing on an empty space on the home screen, or just tap on long press on an icon and then tap on edit home screen. I'll long press on an empty space. And you can see that I'm in edit mode because the icons are all jiggling and there's a minus sign on the top left corner of the applications that I can use if I want to remove an app from any of my home screens. So let's take a look at how to move an app. That's pretty simple. Say if I wanted to move the Tips app around, I could just press on it, drag it, oops, and drop it somewhere else. You see, it makes room for it where you want. I'll drop it on my second home screen right there. If I wanted to put it back, press, drag, and drop it and put it back again. So moving around is pretty easy. The icons on the bottom of your screen are special. They're always going to appear on all your home screens. So if I swipe over to my second home screen, you see the dots on the second dot now of 3. You can see that the same 4 icons are there on all my home screens. But if you wanted to change that, you could easily just drag and drop, say, the Mail app and get it out of there. Maybe put the Tips in there, drag and drop it. And now you got the Tips in there instead of your Mail. Now you go to the second home screen, you can always get at your Tips if that's what you wanted. I prefer it the other way, so I'll put it back again. I'll get the Tips out of there and put the Mail back by dragging and dropping. And there you go. So whatever you like, you can pretty easily rearrange and move them around from one screen to another, that type of a thing. The other thing is that you can add widgets to your home screens by tapping on that plus sign in the top right side of your screen. The widgets you see will depend upon which apps you have on your phone. Some apps have widgets and some don't. Widgets are a convenient way of presenting information to you at a glance. The weather application is a really good example of that. As you can see here, it tells you the city that you're in, the temperature, what the weather's like, high and low, and it gives you like maybe the temperature is going through hour by hour, that type of thing. So at a glance, you can really get a pretty good idea of what the weather is without ever opening up the weather app. Just take a look at it. But some of you probably noticed this says Smart Stack underneath there. What that is, it's kind of like you're taking widgets of the same size and just stacking one on top of the next. In this case, there are like 7 dots on the right side there, meaning that this Smart Stack has 7 widgets, one stacked upon the other. We're right now looking at the second one, which is the weather widget. If you add them to your home screen, you can scroll through them, that kind of thing. If you'd like to know more about Smart Stacks, take a look at our Smart Stack video, YouTube video. That's about all we'll say about that on this short video. We'll move on and actually just add the weather app to my home screen. So you tap on the weather app here, weather widget, and there are 3 different formats. If you scroll to the right, you can see the second one, and then scroll one more time, you see the third one. So whichever one you like, you scroll to that, and then you just press on Add Widget. And it'll put it right on the top of your home screen. If you want to, similar to the apps, you can drag and drop this widget and put it where you want. You put it on another home screen, whatever you like to do with it. I'm just going to leave it on the top there for now. And then when you're done, you press on your home button. You're out of edit mode, and you're done. So next thing I'd like to show you how to do is how to save space with folders. As you can see, right now, I have some folders on my home screen. One of them is called Shopping. If I tap on that, you can see I have some shopping apps in there. If I tap on a neutral space, I'll close it again. I have one called Utilities. And I'll show you, for example, how to create one called News. So we'll scroll over to my second home page here. where we have the New York Times, the Post Bulletin, PB, local newspaper, and books. Now, if we want to put those three into a folder, we can do that by dragging one app on top of the other. So I'll get in edit mode, and then I'll drag books and drop it on top of the PB app. And then, it didn't stay. So try again, get it on there. There you go. You can see the money sign went away. And then now we have, it created a folder for us, and it guessed at a name, a pretty good name. It's thought, well, maybe you want to call that news. Well, I had something a little different in mind. I wanted to call it reading. So all I have to do is tap on that X on the right side of news there, exit out, and then type in reading, which is what I wanted to say. There it is. And then done. Now you got the new name, tap on a neutral space, close the folder. And now I have to put the New York Times in there. I have to just drag the New York Times and drop it on the folder. So drag it. And there we go. And I can choose where I can rearrange them, move them around like just same like on home screen, put them where I want. If I want to be over here, move over there, whatever. And then there's room also. You see here, I could have another screen in there for I could really pack a bunch in here if I wanted to, but I usually limit it just to the 9 that you can see conveniently on one screen or one, if you want to call it one screen of the folder. So that's how you do that. So tap again, go back to the main home screen. So another thing is, say you don't use the music app very often and you want to get rid of it. Well, let's get into edit mode. This time we'll press on the music app, long press, and we'll select edit home screen. And then if we want to just tap on the minus sign, and it'll ask you, do you want to delete it? No, we don't want to delete it because we don't want it to go away. We just want it to, we don't want to uninstall it. We just want to remove it from the home screen. So we'll tap on remove from home screen. And then if I wanted to use it, we get out edit mode. If I swipe to the right to my last home screen, and then swipe one more time, we'll get to our app library. And that's where all your apps are that are on your phone, even if you don't have them on any of your home screens. So we can just, if we want to use the music app, we just need to find it now in our app library. So the app library also, they attempt to organize them into like groups of folders, like suggestions, recently added social utilities and that kind of a thing. So I just need to find where it went. And so I'll scroll down here and keep looking. And there it is, pretty easy to find. And this nice red colored icon. So if I want to use it, I just tap on it. But if I want to get it back, I'll just press on it, drag it, and then drop it to put it back where it was, somewhere. We'll put it on the home screen here if I can get it to cooperate with me. Sometimes it gets a little tricky moving these things around. Okay, so just put it there, and then when you're done, you just press on your home screen, and that's all there is to it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you still have questions, self-help is available for free from our website, www.125livetechmates.org. Also through our YouTube channel, 125 Live TechMates. Personal assistance is free for 125 Live members. We have open labs at 125 Live and via Zoom. We can also be emailed at 125livetechmates@gmail.com. If you include your name, phone number, and a brief description of your issue. Personal assistance can also be arranged via phone and Zoom. Again, that is for free for 125 Live members. To join, call 507-287-1404.